for you.
Good.
They're
Good.
same ones Madonna wears.
I hate to say they look better on her. Okay. I know they're gonna drag you out. Yeah.
So I was driving up along the Taconic today, and I guess all the rain and all that over the last few days has finally caused everything to bloom. It was so colorful. I think it outdid fall. It was so beautiful today.
I just more the sun than the rain, actually. They've been waiting for the warmth.
I want to see first of all how we're doing in terms of this matching level
Sure.
with this. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. You got some way of.
I'm booting it up now.
I'm sorry. I'm ahead of you.
Nope. I just wanted to restart once that we connected everything. No surprises.
Gotcha. Yeah.
See even the difference in the lighting.
Yeah.
Last week was all ghosted. That's how much of a difference.
That's because we got, and the sun's on that side.
Aha.
Okay.
Now, Ice will be sitting up.
You'll be sitting up. We may prop this up. This will look a little different. We're going to work on the lighting a little bit right now. See, the background is very dark. We do need backlight, or we need to switch him a little bit.
Will they see me that?
No, that's not. We work on the right lighting right now.
But also, I move kind of jerkily.
Yeah, there'll be a slight hesitance in it. It's not that bad. They'll be slow to you too. Do we have something like a lamp?
You know what? We'll grab something after we
Sure.
do the test.
Okay.
Like on our dinner break, We'll run out to.
Sure.
We're home.
Yeah.
Pick up this kid.
Yeah, there's some down here. You know, my parents' house even is closer.
Okay.
It's too bad there's not a fire in that fireplace.
Is it still functional?
We want to patch it up with
Uh-huh.
with cement because it's about 50 years old now, and cement. My daughter's a potter, and she gets special clay to make keep the back from deteriorating. Okay.
Well, we're going to do a test call first and test the mic out. Then I'm going to show you how to set these up. So then we'll test your ability to hear them.
outputs is about 8 frames a second.
Probably about 12 frames. You can always improve it a little bit, but then you're gonna start getting a lack of sync between the voice and the video.
We decided we would try to, if we had to favor one or the other, we wanted to favor the audio so they have a good sound there too, so. That's musician in me.
Is anybody else going to arrive here later, or?
I think it's us.
I think it's just us.
Yep.
The pre-roll will be down there.
What's that?
Yeah, apparently that's the deal,
Yeah.
yeah. We thought otherwise, but yeah. Actually,
Hey, you wanna, can I borrow you for a moment? I turned on the backlight compensation. And I can turn it up a little bit, but he's definitely not ghosting, so I'll start fine tuning it there and we'll be able to, that's,
but I think I
still
want to
want to
backlight him,
Yeah.
because if you backlight him, you can gain it up.
yes, exactly.
Right now, it looks like he's playing in the dark, you know?
Who's doing all this?
Who's focusing?
Yeah,
It's automatic. This is where the video camera is right here. And when you move, it's set to follow your movement. So if you move a little left, it'll actually swivel the camera slightly. It's meant for video conferencing.
So why don't we try to get the signal up with them?
but it's fading on and off and moving around as though there was somebody behind the camera.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
it moves with you. It's, they call it, what do they call it, face tracking or something, or?
Yeah. Visual face tracking. Let me go get my cell
Why
phone.
is it zooming in on me now?
Cause it,
We can turn it off too. It does that automatically.
yes, face tracking it's called, I don't know, yeah, it's interesting.
Is this as clear as they see it and
It's got, once we light this up better, it's gonna be clearer,
it will be clearer?
yeah. This is because it's, right now, he's got, it has what's called like automatic gain control, like they use in for audio and recording studio. It'll, only for brightness, it'll compensate and
Is
cut it
the
down.
program gonna be zooming in and zooming out?
No, I'm just gonna turn that off. I like the way they do that though, and you go, I don't know, it doesn't wanna move to me.
You do need a little more light from this direction.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a few here that we can use.
yeah. Something, yeah, things like going hog wild on them.
Is it?
It's like an old SCTV skit or something.
You can turn it off too. It is.
Yeah, you should turn it off, it's gonna be distracting.
I'm
for
sorry
everybody.
that it's so blurry.
Well,
It
that's,
won't be. We're gonna light it up.
It won't be that blurry. It's not as bad as you would expect.
We gotta light it up, and then it's gonna be a hell of a lot crisper. Right now, you've got to gain down for
Yes, we are.
so he doesn't ghost, because there's no
Yes,
lighting
we
behind
are.
him, and that ends up being the baseline lighting, which is dark.
Okay, you need the IP address?
What?
I don't honestly recall. Do you have a pen? Okay. Beg your pardon? I don't know. Usually they have dynamic IP, so I wouldn't count on it being the same.
I thought I heard Crevo.
No, Crevo's calling me now while I'm on the other line.
Thinking,
There's a robot there.
Alright, hold on one second.
Zooming
Jim
in and
Crevo's
out.
calling. Hold on one second.
it
Hello?
has its function, and it's trying to do its
Hello?
job as best it can.
Hello?
I know, it's annoying. I turn that off when I use that stuff.
Hello? Hello? Okay, do you need the IP? It's 67. Dot 86.
Can't get a little more in front of me?
Dot 157. Dot 157. Yes. Alright?
Do you,
Okay.
do you have lights with you?
No, I'm gonna go grab when we break, I'm gonna go run over to
Okay.
Walmart and grab a
Okay.
couple of, just some easy lamps to put on the floor behind you, the backlight.
I have some bulbs,
That'll
I just don't have a lamp.
You do?
Yeah, I have a couple of floodlights and and actually a LED light, so we can try to do different things.
Do you maybe have a lamp that's not being used? Just an old funky lamp?
We would set it somewhere down here to give you some backlighting from behind.
If not,
Yes,
I'll
I
grab.
think we have several lamps, but I can bring them over from the other house.
Nope.
Do you want some help bringing it over? Nope.
Excellent.
When 8 o'clock comes, it'll be almost dark.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Doing. I gotta get the mic here. Is this on?
Mm-hmm. Should be.
Hello, can you hear me? Because I'm not hearing him.
Do you want to maybe take this out first? You know, let's remove the variables.
Yeah, let's do that immediately.
Right, okay.
Well, take it out from the mixing board. Can you patch that directly into this? Or no?
What, the microphone?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Mhm.
One second.
That's what I'm saying, though, use your own setup first,
Yeah,
and then we can add this.
sure.
It's easier.
I've got 4 different mic options just in case.
Good idea. Better to have too many than too few.
There's already people sitting there.
The wind is rocking that hammock. Like there's a ghost rocking in it.
Hello. Why is there no sound here?
Like
Microphone array.
February 2nd or something.
3 in the morning.
Yeah. Still wouldn't go.
Jake, can you hear me?
Well, you can just have cold mud on that.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to move his banjo, but.
Yours is kind of like a, what do you call it? Like a,
Would you help me place this down in here? I don't.
Yes.
Last thing I want to do is drop this on him.
Easter time.
That's got the occasional electrical failure.
Really bad timing.
Just, what you need to do is find the phone number for a caterer that delivers and have them on hold.
Walmart's is 20 minutes away.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Sure.
My daughter says that she talked to you about lamps.
Yes.
Yes.
But you said, oh no, everything will be okay.
Yeah, it's true. Like I said, we can deal with it.
Yeah.
Walmart's not far. That'll probably do very well, actually.
Here, I'll plug it in. We have plenty of lights.
We don't have plenty.
Yeah, we have plenty of lights.
You got plenty of lights?
I just didn't have anything to plug in.
Supposed to backlight a little bit.
Do you want any lamps or anything? or
We
no?
don't have
I
plenty.
think that may end up being,
That has a
You say we
daylight.
have plenty of light?
I have a number of small even floodlights and some other
You
things that
know,
are soft
the
lights.
light from the window is not going to be strong at 8 o'clock.
yeah, right, there won't be any light.
We don't have plenty of light.
No, I have lights to plug in to use. This is perfect. That's exactly. I have a couple of these. I have another.
Exactly very much.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that'd be good.
What time are we doing the actual broadcast?
8 o'clock.
8. Okay. It's too bad, because sunset is gonna be like 7:56 or something. Is that right? Or 8:02 or whatever.
That's this, isn't it?
Nope, it's this thing.
I'm just saying it's gonna be volatile, the lighting should be volatile. At the time of the broadcast.
Jake, can you hear me?
Just a lamp in the corner?
That might be handy.
Okay, good. We're gonna start fine tuning the microphone in a few moments. Can you see us?
I can see
A lot of times when you use,
That's
what you can
Pete.
use as a camera, this.
No, they're using that. I was just shooting this.
You can't see the lamp in the back.
Yeah, we're gonna set up the headphones in a moment.
Right, I know, yeah.
Peak here, so it has to be on the peripheral on this side.
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah. No, the idea is to backlight it, not to light up the AGC on the camera.
Right, so the light has to be on this side, right?
Well, yeah, I
I
guess.
think down below and shining up almost.
Well, you do what you want with this, I'm just leaving it in case.
Thank you.
I had asked you last week if you wanted me to install that software for you. Did you want me to install that? There was some, I guess it was language software.
Well, it worked
Okay.
when I just put it in, but then the computer froze up.
Okay.
And my thought is, I haven't been
You
able to
can
get
see
on
me,
go online.
and I can see you.
That has
As soon as
I'm
absolutely
looking at the
maybe
right
you can bring
square
it
of the
on.
screen.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it looks
cannot
like
find the TPP
you're
plus
looking
early.
to my right,
And I think
as
it's
though you
maybe
were
just
looking
had
to,
to unplug
to,
everything again, but I
Hey,
didn't.
it's not a problem. Before we go, let's just test.
That's-
Let me make sure it's-
that's
don't
where
think
I
it's
am.
This one I got back on, I just unplugged everything,
Hi,
pulled
Roy.
out the
Hey,
thing
Roy.
for a while, put it on and on again.
I'm over here, Roy. I'm not where you're looking.
He's looking at the screen that you're on instead of the camera.
We're working on that.
If you look about 30% to your right, Roy, you'll be looking at me.
You need to-
Sure.
Now-
Why don't you plug it in? I have an extension right
Now
here.
you're looking at me.
Start, and it would- I think if I'm doing the right, you want, to you can just undo it.
Yeah, you're doing a fill, yeah.
Is it a little better?
We have like white cardboard at home. That light's moving down.
Go on, what time is sunset, like 7:55?
Huh?
What time is sunset?
About
Like 7:40, okay, so it'll,
7:30 maybe.
so, and then it's still,
It's, you know what, I don't know what it says, but last night at 7:35, we had bright pink sky. I
Yeah.
can't think if the sun was down
I think
yet or
we
not.
get-
It might have already been just then.
They tell me we get
at
12
8,
pictures a second,
dark, yeah.
so we
Yeah,
move
still
kind of
like,
jerkily.
I mean, it's gonna be actually volatile while he's on, if he goes on at 8.
I can turn that up,
It's gonna be changing. So, hey, well.
And we're gonna have you in a headset, and we're gonna set that mic up in a moment too, with a better mic.
I have like bulbs, they
shot a film at our house, and we left a case of those daylight
Well, I
bulbs.
think it-
Bulbs or whatever.
No, not how they look
I'll just
just
get
like
used to
these,
you all
just like a
looking at
regular little
the screen.
bulb, but they're at daylight, just like that is an ot light, so it's a daylight rather than an incandescent.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have ones that I use in my.
Looks like a
that's how
school
far it is.
building
I have
you're
like
all
a
in.
booth, and I have
It
lights
is
that
actually an
shine
old school
on both
building.
sides.
Old brick building, and there's a senior center next to it, and a daycare.
Yeah, thinking, you know, if we really were gonna do this, I should have come when it was dark and lit it. Just like left the lighting that's in place. Well, those guys,
This doesn't really give any
they
light.
hardly give any light at all.
So that's.
They're great, I mean, they did
I have a,
good for a living.
I have a whole bunch of strong bulbs in my car.
Well, except for that, I know, full of mercury.
This is the thing, you can't get good, I think these are bad, that people are throwing them in the garden.
Want to try
He had mercury.
the earphones and see how they work?
Sure,
Big fluorescent
we'll do that right
things,
now.
they had broken and they looked like that, and they'd be sitting in the car, and there was one of them.
Yeah.
It was a fish dinner.
Wow, could have
We
been.
had a big tuna dinner, there was a few days before, like sushi tuna, and it was like a 2 day dinner.
Oh.
This is gonna come from behind
Like
your ear.
long term, maybe that's
And if you wanna put them in, or do you want me to put
So what
them in,
happened,
you
you
just
went
basically
back
squeeze
on the
them,
test?
therapy
and you put them into your ear as deeply as they can go, and they'll expand.
And then
When you think you couldn't put them in possibly further, they're probably about as the right place. Here's this side.
Yeah,
think
yeah,
they're
yeah.
full well.
Yeah, once you get it out.
Okay, I have two different types here.
That stuff is nasty. But yeah, there's mercury in these bulbs, right? I know.
Yeah, people don't know they're not supposed to just throw them away.
They should have a special place to get rid of them.
I don't think they're.
Mars. No.
See how it feels?
they're just being
Yeah, it's
pushed
better.
because
And it should
you
cancel
want-
out us. You won't hear us at that point.
It's really not the best. The light's not good anyway.
I know, like, it's not either. They don't use a lot of power in that part. Relatively speaking.
You know, everybody uses all their other stuff, TVs and the cable and computers all on all night.
Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hi. Hi. You're such a lovely little puppy.
Can you hear them?
Hello. 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 Hello.
Like one more light.
How do they
Wow.
sound?
Nope, this one's come out.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay.
The right ear is fine.
Now get down. Get down now, sweetie.
I think you need to press up more. You're pressing down.
Okay.
Even more, yeah. Yeah, that's more. That's better. That's
I don't wanna
better.
puncture your eardrums. But, okay, so now, you shouldn't hear us so much, but can you hear them? That's what you're gonna.
What? Not yet.
I should look at the little blue thing.
This, right here and here is where you are,
I
yes.
think it looks it's better if I look at the blue thing.
Let's move it back a little bit.
Aha, much better.
Okay, let me call down there. Now we can try the mic a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop this back in or what?
Yes.
Right there. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That. Let's see, where's your input? It's next to the
It's
cans.
next to the speaker one, yeah.
Okay. Let's try this. Check 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Testing 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a meter there or something? Testing. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to that side so I can see what the hell is going on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't think they're hearing me.
Hello,
but
you
I
guys
can't-
hearing me?
I can't hear them because of his headphones.
Are you guys hearing me? Hello? Hello, Cinema Arts Center. We're here at the home of Pete Seeger, outside Beacon, New York, in the beautiful Hudson Valley.
Just don't give them the address.
And you can't have the address. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What comes next?
11 team.
11. Testing. Test. I don't think there's anybody actually paying attention down there. Let me start talking about Roy then. Let me tell you some stuff I know about him.
You see him sprinting across.
Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Not much. Are you able to hear any sound right now?
Test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can you hear sound?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19,
Okay,
20.
I'm gonna try some sound. So I'm gonna you gotta work with me a little bit on it. So I'm gonna disconnect his headset and the microphone, and we're gonna work from there. Okay? Yeah.
Test. 1, 2. Test. 1, 2.
Okay, good. Okay. Peter?
We're gonna pop them out.
Yeah. I'm going to pop these both out at the moment. Here, for you. We can take these out, you don't have to wear them, but you see how they work a little bit. We'll just do that at 7:45, I guess.
I couldn't understand what you just said.
Okay. We'll connect these back on. Now I'm going to work on the mic, make sure, get the sound set up between us and them, and get this mic working. And I think you're good until 7:45.
Okay, I'll go back there and get a bite to eat.
Okay. Thank you for doing
Plan,
this.
thanks.
Do you think you'll have enough light?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we will.
We will.
What you gonna do to replace the light from the sun?
Actually, once that goes away, the other stuff, rather than being suppressed, suppressing the lighting, because that's so overwhelming, it'll actually be a better balance of light.
I have a couple of floodlights.
He's got 2 lights,
I've got
and we've got these. We'll move in close to you.
How long does this go on? 8 to 8:30?
8:30.
It's almost dark by 8:30.
Yeah, it's gonna change too, right?
What are you going to do for light then?
So it's going to be just internal light.
Just internal light,
Well,
right.
I'm going to have 3 floodlights.
And it's gonna be a little tricky, because it's gonna change. It's gonna get darker while we're doing it, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and I was the work of the Weavers are going to be playing at 8:30. And if you want to watch them play or not, we could leave you connected, or we could let you go at 8:30. You could say goodnight, which is what I assumed you'd want to do.
Okay, thanks. All right, so let's see. You got to pop that headset or? Thank you. Save this. Feeds back. Testing. Oh.
Okay. Now we're going to do some audio check.
Anybody to home?
Hello? Gonna turn off face tracking because he didn't like that.
Good.
Yeah, he likes that really centered too. That's a good smell.
Yeah, frame properly. This is just the onboard Dell shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Believe it or not, it works really well because you don't have to translate it through a layer.
Right.
So it works really cleanly through the motherboard, so you get
Gotcha.
a nice transmission, 2 megs per.
So do you want me to run out for anything?
Another small lamp. I've got 3 floodlights, 2 of 2 different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
I have an LED like kind of camping thing too that we could put like possibly here shining up on his face or something.
Well, like you said, when that light fades, these will be,
These will become prominent.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's
computer.
just really dark and really light.
Right.
Between the two, the camera's very
Yeah, well, the
confusing what to do
AGC
over there.
pads the whole fucking thing down, cause you got like
Yeah.
all that light coming in
Yeah,
here.
that's what I think he's not getting is that
Yeah,
how much the computer will compensate once the light,
Yeah.
the ambient light goes away.
yeah. How we doing on time? What time is it?
It is just 6 o'clock.
Can you hear me?
Well, we have a lot of times for that.
Yeah. What time, it said 7:45, 7:30 really, so it's an hour and a half. So I gotta get, yeah, we gotta get on this, we gotta get out of here and come back.
Okay.
So what time did you say it was?
It's just, 20 of.
20 of, okay. So 60 minutes will take me to 20 of again, so I can just let this fucker run. Yeah. But I wanna come in too. She's a cute puppy.
Okay, put the ears in me.
Sure.
And I have to remember to look at the little microphone, because if I look at them, it looks like I'm looking down.
Yeah. We can always lift this up and put it on something if you want.
Always lift up.
The laptop, we can just pick it up higher.
No. But
Why
then,
do that?
Yeah.
This is clean, you can
Set up before you can see the spray
Oh,
marks
yeah,
on the window.
yeah.
but it's sort of,
The door to my basement from the back
All scraped up. Scraped through.
through. It's a solid.
well, that might solve the problem, see. I want to look at them.
Yep, we're not connected at the moment, they're gonna call us in a moment, and as soon as that happens, you'll be able to see them. And you'll also have a small picture, it might be in this corner, but you'll be able to see how you look on the camera as well, so you know if you're centered or not.
But if I'm looking up here,
Yeah,
then does it look like I'm looking at them? Yes, then it looks like I'm looking at them.
exactly.
I look at that. Because if I look down at
They
myself,
see exactly what you see there. In the
it
little
looks
corner.
like I'm looking below them.
Well, you're probably gonna be up higher than them too, though, a little bit. In the theater, I think the screen is gonna
Might
be
be
a little
good
bit
to
above them.
put some books under this,
Sure,
or
let's do that.
bricks, or something.
So we change the lighting.
One of these pillows, even if we want.
Change the lighting.
Yeah, or batch of LPs.
Do with the basket?
Yeah? How's that?
Well,
It turns it around.
still I'm looking below them. Because I'm looking, I should be
You
looking.
trying to elevate this like to eye level almost, or? You wanna pick this up?
Sure.
Well, slim.
A little better? Do you want it on an angle a little bit?
Yeah.
We'll move that back in a tiny moment. Let's
Hey, finally figured out a use for the journal news.
Is that alright to put these in?
Yes.
Feel like it's in okay?
Right now, I guess they're listening to the work of the weavers.
There we go. Guess we're gonna find out. need to hear, don't you?
So now you should be live, so you wanna turn the mic on?
Yeah, I did. I think he's trying to talk to you. You need to hear us too.
Let me do this. Jake?
That's what I heard Cleo say. How you doing, guys?
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello, hello, hello.
Jake?
You gotta get close to that mic. No, 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 you.
Hello, can you hear us?
So, I can't hear you yet, Marcus. but
Okay.
You hear us okay?
Sure. You sure this is in?
Yes, it's on. Hang on. Let me get over here for a second. Hold on.
It's funny.
Can you hear us? Check, 1, 2.
That sounds good.
Okay.
I might raise you up a little bit. I'll be right back. Roy, can you do me a favor? So sorry.
Jake? Do you guys need us to raise the microphone gain at all?
Just testing this out.
Just get close to the microphone and you won't. The level will be fine.
Are you all looking at me? Who are you
Okay.
Who are you looking at?
I'm looking at you now. I think I am anyway. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the camera, but I'm looking there and at the screen.
Can you hear
Well,
them
you
okay?
keep looking at the screen, that's all right.
Do you have a Y connector?
For this?
Doesn't
For
need to be
headphones.
so loud, not quite so loud.
I can turn that down.
Yeah, no. Okay. Oh, for you. Gotcha.
That's better.
You got a Y connector for the can so I can listen? That might be
Is that
useful.
better?
Mark, a Y connector for the cans. Shit, I should have thought of that.
Well, I'm sorry I'm not there too. Looks like a nice crowd. Have you been listening to the work of the Weavers, or what's been going on so far the last hour? By who? Can let's get the good level. I can hear you very well. I can't hear. Do you hear the banjo? It's going to be an interesting experiment to see if you all can help me sing a song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, there may be a delay. May not work. We may not stay in rhythm with each other.
That's right.
There shouldn't be that much.
Let's see what happens. This little light of mine.
Times 2.
Sing it. I'm gonna let it shine.
Second delay for music.
This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. No, you're about 2 seconds delayed. And I'm probably 2 seconds delayed. You see me singing, you hear me a little later or something. Yes, the picture and the sound are not quite together. One of these days, maybe technology will have it all synced up, but they haven't got it synced up yet.
Getting there.
I guess the world is all a little out of sync. However, I can take questions from you, and I can ask questions. Is everybody aware that the money being raised out there in Long Island is going to help make it possible for WBAI to cover the Clearwater Festival on June 22nd and 21st and 22nd? Now, is there any question which you have of me? Well, I had a job on Cape Cod way back about 50 years ago, and it was a revelation to me to be taken out at midnight by a teenager and shown what fun it was to sail. Now, for the first time, I realized why millionaires spend a lot on yachts. It's a kind of spiritual experience. You're playing a game with the wind and the waves. And if you manage to guess right, why, you can move into the wind. The wind can be blowing from the north, but you can sail northwest, and then northeast, and then northeast, northeast, and use the very power of the wind against you to sail into the wind. Well, that's a good lesson for life. Martin Luther King would get thrown in jail or something, but he'd get publicity, and more contributions would come in, and more people come to support the civil rights movement. And when I got back to the Hudson, I bought a little plastic boat for the family, and we learned to sail. One night I went out by myself, and I found myself floating through lumps of this and toilet paper too, and a phrase by John Kenneth Galbraith came to my mind: private affluence, public squalor. I had enough money to buy this little boat, but I was sailing through toilet waste. Just about that time, a friend of mine, an artist here in the Hudson Valley, Vic Schwartz is his name, he says, "Pete, you know they used to have sailboats on the river, big sloops, one big mast, one big sail, well, and then a jib and a topsail, and they had a boom 70 feet long." I said, "Oh, don't give me that. Only in America's Cup Racer was that big." "No," he says, "I got a book on it." And he gives me a dog-eared copy of a book written in the year 1907, 101 years ago, by Bill Verplanck. He was from the old Dutch family, and he and his friend Captain Collier said these were the most beautiful boats we ever knew, and they'll never be seen again, called sloops of the Hudson. In the middle of the 19th century, they had 400 of them licensed for commerce. They carried Hudson River bricks to build growing New York. They carried hay for New York's horses. In the early days, they carried passengers. Sloop is an old Dutch word, and if you wanted to go to Albany, the only way you could get there was by sloop unless you walked on an Indian trail. And you can see in the winter months it was pretty slow getting the word up to Albany. Then steamboats were invented, and then railroads were invented, and gradually sloops lost business, lost more business, and finally, 100 years ago, there were no more sloops on the river. And Verplanck and Collier said, "Face it, these boats will never be seen again, but they were the most beautiful boats we ever knew." Well, I wrote a poem about it, stuck a few pictures up on my wall, couldn't get the boats out of my mind, and finally one night stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning writing a long letter to my friend Vic. I said, "Vic, they built a replica of the Mayflower up in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And Rudy Schaefer, the millionaire from the family that made Schaefer beer, he built a replica of the famous racing yacht, the America, won the America's Cup. And I said, if we, no one we know has that kind of money, but if we got a couple thousand people together, maybe we could build a life-size replica of a Hudson River sloop and take turns sailing it. When I originally thought of it, it would be a kind of a middle-class cooperative project. However, it's one thing to think of an idea, another thing to develop it. A batch of people got together, we got a committee, and we even had a vote. Some of them wanted to be a purely historical project called the Boat Heritage, dress the sailors in costume. But the majority said, no, let's call it Clearwater, and see if we can take people out and remind them how beautiful the river could be if we cleaned it up. And that's when we first were given some money to take school children out. Well, we had a biologist stand up on the roof of the cabin deck, and he said, now kids, I'm going to tell you something about the river. 15 minutes later, he was hoarse, and the kids weren't listening anyway. They were looking at the 100-foot mast. They were looking around at the view. They'd never been on a big sailboat before, any sailboat. Then a young fellow just out of college, he invented a way to divide the kids up into 5 different groups, and 10 would go to the starboard side and learn to put a net in the water, catch some fish. 10 go to the port side and put a net in as fine as a lady's stocking. It came up with some green slime on it. And the kids would, they put it under a microscope, and the kids say, hey, what's those wiggly things? And the volunteer crew, a few years ago, it was my 12-year-old granddaughter, Mariah. She says, that's called plankton. Plankton is for fish what grass is for cows. Another 10 go to the tiller, big stick, 12 feet long with a fist at the end of it like this. And the captain says, kids, you push this stick to starboard. That means over there. Now push it to port. That means over here. Now hold it amidships. And the kids said, we're steering the boat. And they are. They were. 10 go below, and they learn how the captain used modern things like radar when it's foggy or raining, and has charts that tell them is the bottom of the river rocky or sandy or muddy. Well, 3 years later, the kids all have to get in the bus and go back to school, but some of them have had their lives changed. They've learned a little bit about history, they've sung a few songs, told a few jokes, and learned a little about sailing too. Some of them come back later on and become crew members. Steve Stan's about 6'6" tall, and he used to have a standing joke with them. Kids, he said, they're always asking you questions and you have to give the answer. I'll give you 2 answers. You tell me what the questions are. 6, 6, and 12 o'clock. Sooner or later, some kids will say, how tall are you? And he'd nod. And sooner or later, another kid would say, when do we eat? Well, the boat is still sailing 40 years later. And we were very wise. We didn't try and set up a national organization. No. Yet, well, thanks to people like you at Sailing, because every year we have to raise money. This year we have to raise a lot of money because there was some expensive repairs had to be made way down in the bottom part of the hull. There was some rot got started there, and so we replaced some big timbers. I think the horn beam had to be replaced. It's a great big fat piece of wood that goes from the keel to the stern post at a diagonal angle. Now, there are, I think, 10 or 11 other boats in America doing the same job for their own waters. Out in Puget Sound, there's a big schooner called the Adventurer. In Lake Michigan, I think there are 2 or 3 schooners. Likewise, in Chesapeake Bay, there's 2 or 3 schooners. There's a big schooner in Delaware Bay. A schooner, a smaller schooner, off the coast of Florida, off Sarasota, because there was a rich man who had a yacht, but he says, I only use this a few months of the year. Why don't you use it the rest of the year? And he charged a very, very low price to cover the insurance and so on, and see that the boat was repaired. Oh, and 3 more schooners up the New England coast. So, who knows, who knows? There's even, I think, some boats in Europe doing the same idea. A beautiful sailboat and cleaning up the rivers. Any questions? Well, I say the second half of the 20th century brought some wonderful things that hardly anybody expected. A young preacher in Montgomery, Alabama, started off a civil rights revolution that could not be stopped. And he did it all non-violently. I even made up a song about it. I don't think we can sing it together because we're a little out of sync. You hear me about 2 seconds after I actually speak, and I hear you about 2 seconds after I sing. So we tried it at the dress rehearsal for this, and we were out of sync with each other. But I get a whole crowd singing. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta shift gears. Can you hear the banjo? Down in Alabama, 1955. Not many in this room today were then alive. A young Baptist preacher led a bus boycott. He showed a way for a brand new day without firing a shot. Don't say it can't be done. The battle just begun. Take it from Dr. King, you too can learn to sing, so drop the gun. Oh, these must have been an exciting 13 years. Young heroes, young heroines. There was laughter, there were tears. Students sitting down at lunch counters, children dancing in the street. To think it all started with Rosa refusing to give up her seat. Don't say it can't be done. The battle's just begun. Take it from Dr. King, you too can learn to sing, so drop the gun. Oh, I can't sing it all by myself. Doesn't work. On the other hand, and the women's movement really got underway in the 1970s, and we got out of Vietnam. What a victory for the American people that was, getting out of Vietnam. And right now I'm more optimistic for my country and for the world than I ever have been in my life. Why? Because there's so many good little things. It's true that the last 8 years have been pretty terrible, but you know, the harder you bounce a ball on the sidewalk, the higher it bounces. And I think it's inevitable, no matter who gets elected, there's going to be lots of good things happening in the next few years. Lots of good things. And you're going to be part of it, all of you. And WBAI too. Well, you know, I always always like to get audiences singing along with me, but I've heard many a great gospel chorus sing at the revival, but out in front of them, they're all sitting just listening. And I decided, let's have a big tent and seat everybody in a big circle, and we'll have not one but 3 different groups, choruses, and the one chorus will sing and the other 2 will join in, and next thing, the whole audience there, really, it's not that hard to join in. We can join in too. It's called the Circle of Song, and it'll be from 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, and again from 1 to 3 in the afternoon on Sunday. The revival, as you know, has about 10 things going on at once. There's a children's stage, there's a storytelling corner, there's a dance stage, a whole lot of wonderful crafts, all different kinds of crafts, and a wide variety of performers. Who knows, who knows? At any rate, it's a lot of fun, and I trust that a lot of you listening will be there. I'm so happy that WBAI will be able to cover it all weekend. Who knows, who knows? I always say God only knows what the future is going to be, but if we use the brains God gave us, there could be some wonderful things happening. They may be just in our hometown or our neighborhood. Don't try to do some big thing in some faraway place. You know the famous saying, I heard it from the man that made it up, René Dubos, a great biologist. He says, think globally, act locally. There's 800 community gardens in New York City today, and an umbrella organization called the Green Guerrillas that shows them how if they work with the park department, they get a name, a number, and maybe a fence, they won't get bulldozed. But if they don't work with the park department, they probably will get bulldozed because the garden improves the neighborhood. And in spite of rent control, somebody dies or moves, the rents have tripled, and little by little the rents go up, and sooner or later a developer comes along and says, hey, I'll put up a high-rise there, get rid of that garden. Oh me. But there's lots of good little things going on in many different kinds of ways, and people are doing things, so many of them, the powers that be can break up any one thing they want. They can infiltrate a political group or a church group or a union group. They can corrupt it from the inside or co-opt it. They can attack it from the outside. But what are they going to do about 5 million little things? They break up 3 of them and 4 more like them spring up. And I am convinced that WBAI is going to grow and diversify its audience like never before. And the Clearwater is going to grow and diversify its members like never before. And every one of us will be a part of that story. Okay? Well, it might be a block party in the city. It might be a garden. It might be a combination. I just learned today of an Italian American in Greenwich Village who found out when they reconstructed a street that there was a little sliver of land they didn't know what to do with, and he somehow got people together and said, make it a park. I was like 10 feet by 30 feet in size. And he realized this could be done all around through the city. Tiny little parks, so small you can hardly call them a park, but they local people would plant flowers there, put a bench there, and New York today is a much better city than it was 30 or 40 or 50 years ago. Believe me, it is. And it's more diverse. Did you know there's a newspaper stand in Queens that sells newspapers in 182 languages? It's out in Forest Hills someplace. Broadwater. I don't even know what Broadwater is. Well, I don't know exactly, but I tell you that I believe that technology may save us, even if it sometimes we're surprised. Technology may save us if it doesn't wipe us out first. Nobody knows. There's a story I end my book with. I've got a collection of songs coming out late this year. The first edition had lots of mistakes, so I told the little publisher, Sing Out magazine, don't reprint it. But now I've got it corrected and added a few songs, and there's a story near the end of it. Imagine a big seesaw, and one end of that seesaw is down on the ground with a bushel basket half full of rocks. The other end of the seesaw is up in the air because it's got a bushel basket 1/4 full of sand. And some of us got teaspoons, and we're trying to fill it. A lot of people are laughing at us, or scoffing. They say, people like you've been trying for thousands of years, but it's leaking out of that basket as fast as you're putting it in. You're wasting your time. But we say, no, we're looking at it closely. It used to be a little less than 1/4 full, and now it's more than 1/4 full. And we think that one of these days it's going to be more than half full, and that whole seesaw will go zoom in the other direction. And the whole world will say, gee, how did it happen so suddenly? Us and our little teaspoons for a long time. Good night. Okay. Well, no. I think I don't. Nope. I'm going to let the work of the Weavers and James Durst and others, they'll make the music for you tonight, and I'll see you all at the revival June 21st and 22nd on the edge of the Hudson River at Croton Point Park.
Great. And we are out. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you.
How was that for you? Could you see and hear okay?
What did you say?
Could you see and hear okay? Was it okay?
Oh, the hearing was fine. I just had to remind myself, they were looking at me, even though it looked like they were looking off to my right, 6 feet to my right.
Yeah.
And I should remember to look at them, which means I should have look at the
Yeah.
little blue dot.
Yeah.
It's great though. It's, one day they'll be completely synchronized.
Soon. I mean, you know, a few years back, nobody would have thought this.